Boy, do we have some updates this week. Alright, in the last video that you guys saw, I mentioned that the cycle is complete. It's done. Well, done-ish. We still got to start this. I never did start it because they recommend, and I'm going exactly by their instructions just to see how well it works. They recommend that you wait 1 week after your nitrites hit 0 before putting the microbacter clean into the tank. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm getting ready to add that actually. Hi Sage. Of course we got the cat here. But that's not all this went on. I don't know if you guys can tell, but let me just stay quiet for a minute. The tank is so much quieter because BRS finally got their valve in. That $61 valve. That's the best 61 bucks I ever spent. I actually didn't spend $61. They had the Memorial Day sale. And yeah, so let me ask, do you remember this video? If you happen to watch it, I'll just give a short little snippet. Here's what this tank used to sound like in the overflow back here. So it was kind of loud. You may notice those guys. These are actually the little overflows, or I guess the guards that you would put on the overflow. So let's get that guy out of the way. As you can hear, it gets a little bit louder, Pull this guy back. And then, there we go. No more jet engine sound. Oh, that was the most annoying sound that I've ever heard from an aquarium. So right now it's just the splashing of the water going over. I do have some blue tape back there. That was just a preliminary test to see if it would work. Back here there's a piece of glass that's silicone to the back glass, and over here there's a piece of glass silicone to the back glass. Well, the water falls in, hits that glass, and then it doesn't hug anymore. It gets pushed off, and so it splashes. It was like 5 times louder than this. Before I put that tape there to block those off, I am currently 3D printing some blocks to put on that, and that'll make it this quiet all the time. The rest of the noise is coming where the outflows are coming out. It's yeah, I don't know how. I guess I could take them out and file them to where I could file like a bevel on them, and that could probably make them quieter. But I'll just be 100% honest with y'all. I am not impressed with this tank. I mean, for what it is, 150 gallons, 6 foot by 18 by 20, however high, I think 26, I don't remember. And where's my tape measure? Let's find out. All right, so we're hooked up there. No, I lied. It's a 24. I don't know where I got 26. So, I mean, it holds water. It does what it needs to do. I just hope it doesn't go in the way of Red Sea and bust the seal. So, updates. Other than that, down here, big update. So, oh yeah, love that. I've been getting thumbs down about that, so you guys just calm down. All right, down here, you remember how much sloshing was going on in there? No more sloshing. Everything's happy. Do you remember the Chaeto? The Chaeto kind of grew a little bit. After a week, it doubled in size. And this is with low, I say low, it was like 16.5 on the nitrates. The nitrates did come way down. I found out that high nitrites will cause a false reading on nitrates. I've actually taken the tank from 45% on the core to 65%. I'm pretty sure. You can kind of see the lights. So we have more flow, and it's almost dead silent down here. I can hear the skimmer and the bubbles down here. But yeah, no more agitation, no more foam party in here. It's just quiet. So that light is doing great. Again, it's 50 watts. It says 300 watts. You can kind of read the tag. Well, you might be able to read that tag. There we go. It says 300 watts. No, it ain't. It pulls 50 watts out of the wall. And yeah. The bigger update is over here. Now, before anybody loses their mind, yes, the quarantine tank is sitting right next to the display tank. Is that a bad idea? Well, if you go from that tank to this tank to that tank, yeah, it's kind of a bad idea. You don't want to contaminate. But there's no splashing. There's almost no way, unless I physically put my hand in that tank and then put it in this tank without drying it off or washing or whatever, it's almost impossible to contaminate this tank. And the fish store that I went to get this, there's a fish store in Norman, Oklahoma that's 15-20 minutes from my house. I drive past him, and I drive about an hour, maybe a little bit more, to go to Oklahoma City at 23rd, Northwest 23rd and Council to Prestige, and that's where I get my fish and coral. He's the best place in Oklahoma to get coral. But I happily drive all the way up there, use all that gas in a V8 pickup, and I have zero regrets because the place in Norman is absolutely awful. Do not shop at that guy. He will lie through his teeth to make a sale. Case in point, my very first saltwater tank, he told me the best fish you can put in here is damsels. So he gave me 2 blue devil damsels, and I put them in a 55, and it cycled. It did perfect, great. You know, it did what he said it would do. What he failed to mention was, oh, by the way, you have to take those 2 damsels out to put other fish in, because if you put other fish in, they're going to kill them, and you're going to have to buy more fish. So with him not saying what those 2 damsels would do, I had to buy the damsels, cycle the tank, buy new fish. The damsels killed all the fish within 24 hours because damsels are pretty freaking aggressive. And then I had to go back and buy more fish, but I didn't know of any other aquarium stores in Oklahoma. I only knew of him. So he made more money by omitting that little fact that those damsels will kill other fish. That is just shady, and that's not where it stops. His tanks are full of copper. Everything is plumbed into one system, so if one fish is infected, his entire store is infected, hence why everything is soaked in copper. And yeah, okay, slash rant over because I just do not like that fish store. He's not honest. His place is disgusting. Aptasia. All right, get off the soapbox. Look at the fish. Just look at the fish. So we went up to Prestige and we got 10 blue-green chromas. They had them as blue, but I was like, with that price, these are blue-green chromas. And once I got them under this light, you can definitely tell that they are most definitely blue-green chromas. Turn on backlight. But I got 10 of them. There was one in his tank, and I was like, don't get the one that's kind of breathing a little heavy. He's a little lethargic, and I don't want them. And then they're like, okay, which one was it? I was like, oh, I don't know, because now they're all swimming around, they're all eating. Fantastic. So, but I think I got him. He's one of these two bigger ones here at the top, and I want to say it might be that guy right there. But anyway, he was kind of on the bottom, breathing heavy, and I kind of figured that he would die pretty quick. But they're all 10 swimming around, you know, everything. They're all eating. I fed them a few times now. They eat their little hearts out. So this is day 1. We have 14. I'm going to do a 14-day, and if I see nothing on these fish, I'll put them in the tank. If I even remotely, if this other fish starts breathing heavy and it dies, 14-day clock starts over again. Some people want to do 21 days. Also, some people want to put copper in here to basically treat them. I don't feel we need to treat the fish unless the fish is sick, and 14 days should tell us if it's sick. You know, 14, 21, yeah, kind of a, I guess, personal preference. But there you go. We have fish for the 150. I cannot wait. So that'll get some biological matter into the tank to help the rock do what it does and filter all that out, nitrogen cycle and whatnot. So yeah, we have fish, and oh, I guess I can show you that. That's the valve. So this valve here is the thread. That way I could just replace the valve. I don't have to replace this entire pipe. I had to cut exactly 4 inches out of that with the way I have this screwed in, and I had it to where if it was a little bit long, and I tried to make it a little bit long, I could screw this side in, because this side doesn't matter. It's on a union down there, and I could screw this side in and make it shorter. But it turned out where I had it absolutely perfect. Now I did go just a little bit heavy on the glue because I wanted some more working time. And I shouldn't have done that. Every other joint in this joint it doesn't have excessive glue coming out of it, but that one does. And you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm okay. I'm not, you know, it is what it is now. It's already done. No need beating a dead horse. And I don't know why you'd be beating a dead horse anyway. Never did understand that saying. But that's the valve, and I've got this thing tuned. And other than the sloshing, because you can kind of see the water going up and down in there. Let's get out of there. Here we go. Other than that sloshing, this tank is silent. I think I might be able to hear the hum of the Core 20. Maybe. I may be hearing something else. I don't know. It's way quieter. I am super happy about it. And I cannot wait to get those guys into here. And I think I've already got the next fish picked out. Spoiler alert, I'm probably going to get 10 of this next fish as well. We'll just have to find out. So guys, you know all the things, questions, comments, whatever, put them down. I love getting comments from you guys, love getting questions, and yeah. Do greatly appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.